What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? It's your girl Valentina. So this is a topic that I've been looking forward to for a while. So today I'm gonna be talking about books. Some books that helped me, and they're kind of like my guidelines and stuff. I guess they fall into the category self-help books. I don't know, I just think they have really awesome information and they do help me. So I want to just share with you guys the takeaways that I got from them. So yeah, I'm going to start off with 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Hope I said that right. Basically, it gives you the foundation of just right from wrong in a sense. I'm going to go from habit to habit. I have my notes. It says, believe you can and you will. Habit 1. It starts with the basics. When we live by correct principles, we have the truth and the knowledge of things as they are. And the principles are set, they're world principles: integrity, respect, honesty. The more closer you stay to those areas, the more flawlessly life goes down. But obviously we're humans, and I don't think anyone has done this. So if you want to be at a level 5 and you're at a level 3, you gotta go to level 4 and 5. Having patience. Keep the goose healthy. You gotta keep yourself healthy to keep the product healthy. You gotta keep the product healthy to keep the goose healthy. You know, the goose and the egg story. If there's an issue, there's a problem in your life, take initiative to fix it. Don't just dwell on it. Every problem, for the most part, has a solution. So obviously, I'm speaking very broad, but that's something that always calms me down. For example, I lost my wallet, my purse, and oh Lord, it sucks. But I thought, you know what, I can just sit here and be pissed, or I can take the first step to make sure I go to the cops just so I don't get identity theft. Figure out what I lost and then buy it again. The commitment we make to ourselves and to others is being productive and having growth. So what that's saying is, if I commit to going to the gym once a day, every day, that shows that I can keep a commitment with another person. So if I can't even keep that commitment with me, people aren't going to trust you, and they're just going to think you're slack and stuff. So keep commitments. Start off by keeping them to yourself. Turns you into a stronger person. I'm not being specific about the habits. I'm kind of just reading my notes, what I took away from each habit. Habit 2 is basically what kind of person you want to be in others' eyes. So I wrote family, friends, and work. And for family, I wrote what I want them to see me as. Obviously, you know, respectful, caring, attentive, generous. What I want my friends to see me as, and it's just like what kind of friend I want to be. And work, same thing. And then the most important part of this habit is mission statement. If you've never heard what a mission statement is, it's a guidance to your life. It's your mission as a human, plain and simple. So I'll read you a bit of my mission statement. I will make healthy choices. I'll make controlled choices. I will not put at stake my work, my relationships, my health, my image. I will laugh a lot. I will make people laugh. I will have confidence. I will have self-respect. I will always seek to improve and learn. I will always keep commitments. I will be successful and try until I am. I swear I had more. Okay, well, I have an improved one, but that was my first one. It's good to have that because you kind of go back to that. I go back to that, and it just reminds me. It's like a reality check, a self-check. So I definitely suggest you guys make one. Habit 3. This one's kind of dope. This one really helped me out, and I'll tell you why. Having a role that you set on yourself. I am not one to label, but there's a difference between labeling someone and giving someone a role. And I can even give this an example with like a banana. You label a banana, but that's very shallow and very one dimension. And then you give the banana a role. The banana has potassium. The banana is food. The banana, it peels. It peels. So it has more depth to it, more understanding. I don't label things. I don't label people. I don't label anything. That's not my job. As me, like, you can't just label me. My roles, for example, are student, and then I bullet point what, as a student, what am I doing? I give myself the role of an artist, and then give myself bullet points of how I'm doing that. Personal development, give myself that. So when it comes to time management, choices, planning should always fit your style. You know, you shouldn't have like a stake up your ass about it. Measure the value of a new opportunity against something already planned. If I have something planned and someone hits me with, oh, let's do this, you gotta measure, and I'm gonna come back to that because there's something important that goes with that. You gotta measure those two things, you know, take different things into consideration. You have to enjoy and savor your relationships by being spontaneous. Being spontaneous is good every now and then, and it's best when you finish your plans first. So I know like that doesn't really make sense, but by completing steps towards your goals, it just gives you more of a peace of mind when, you know, just, oh, you want to go do this, blah, blah, like, yeah, like, I've been having a hard time with that, and I've been so, like, workaholic-y, like, no, I can't go out, like, I have to stay home, like, work on something, or read, or, like, develop, but I was like, you know what, no, I have to be more spontaneous. Life could end tomorrow type thing, you know, knock on wood. And I have to savor my friendships, my relationships. It's not good to just cut off people, and that's something I'm pretty guilty of, but it's not them, it's me just like kind of obsessing with getting shit done and stuff. Have discipline, obviously. Discipline, to me, the definition of discipline is putting away your emotions and doing what you don't want to do so you can get the result later. So like just putting away your emotion and just doing. That's the gym. Yeah, you don't want to do it, you're gonna hate it, and then that really grows you as a person. Oh, and by the way, I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm not saying like you, this is more towards me in a sense. Okay, habit 4, relationships, friendships. Dope chapter. Something, as far as relationship, this is something really important for business. Honestly, yeah, no, for every type of relationship. Unclear expectations in the area of goals also undermine communication and trust. New situations, get all expectations on the table. It takes courage. In an interaction, in a relationship or something, yeah, you have to be considerate, you have to be nice, but you have to also be courageous. You can't get stepped on. If you want to say no, you gotta say no. Don't be a bitch, but don't be a pushover. And I think what helps with that is kind of like improv, like yes and. Yeah, your point is valid. I put myself in their shoes. I try to see from their point of view. You always got to put yourself in other people's point of views. That's kind of a deeper topic that I want to talk about in like a different video. But there's situations where if you were in that person's shoes, you would probably do the same thing. So don't make promises and not come through. Having integrity, to me, is being loyal behind people's backs, regardless. At first, some people aren't going to appreciate that you're, like, not on their side or whatnot, but in the end, it shows who you are. If there's, like, a problem with somebody and you confront them, that just shows that you care enough to confront. That's respectable, you know, instead of going off and just talking shit. Like, how you treat one person is how you treat everyone. And I really believe in that because that's just not being two-faced. Like, you can't just change your personality to according to everyone to a certain sense. Yeah, like, if you're around your parents, you're not gonna be exactly the same as you're around, like, I don't know, your boyfriend or something, but, and you can't talk your way out of a problem that you behaved your way into. Careful what you do. More than what you say. Okay, love. To me, love, this is so true, and I agreed with this even before I read it. When you truly love someone, when you truly love each other, you're showing love by making them feel safe, making them feel worthy, making them feel validated, just how, like, secure. I don't have, like, a boyfriend, so I'm just gonna use my mom, for example. I always try to make her feel good about herself. I feel like I'm there for her. Like, always just remind her of how beautiful she is, how strong she is. That's love. That's loving someone, because people are emotional. Just constant deposits of unconditional love. Abundant mentality. That's really important. Abundant mentality is thinking that, or knowing, accepting that there's enough for everybody. There's been times where that's not the case. I was in line to get cookies, free cookies, and when I got there, someone in front of me took the last cookie. Okay, not the greatest example, but we're in a planet, there's enough for frickin' everyone, for real. Don't be greedy, don't be selfish, there's enough for everyone. Okay, now a good thing for communication when someone's in an issue, someone's dealing with something, what I do personally, I listen to them, because most of the time people just want someone to listen, and I listen, and if they ask me for advice, I start off by kind of just taking what they said and rephrasing it in my own words, and also including how they feel about it, even though they didn't said it. So if someone, for example, says like, oh my god, I can't stand her. So, oh, you feel frustrated because of what she did. That's just me rephrasing what she's saying, and sometimes it'll work where just doing that will kind of, in the end, they'll solve their own problems themselves just by you listening to them and rephrasing what they're doing. And then when you're understanding with people, creativity comes. Like, if I'm in the studio and you understand what I want and I understand what you can do, and we're understanding on the same page, creativity just flows, and it's awesome. Habit 6 is it says it's synergy, and what synergy is, you value the differences and you respect them to build on, okay, so that, and then you build on strengths to compensate for weakness. So this is something really important to me. You can do a lot of things and stuff, but for example, I was recording myself in my closet on some hood shit, and then I started trying to like mix it and engineer it, and it just made it so much worse than it was before, and I got really frustrated and I started trying to read, but it's just so much that, you know what, no, I contacted my friend who I'm gonna go see after this, and he's gonna help me, or he's gonna do that for me. So it's like, you're compensating for my weakness, I'll compensate for yours, and we'll be synergistic, and like we're both, the two parties involved are both gonna be happy, and we're gonna learn from each other, and it's just gonna be a better outcome than being individually struggling. So interdependence, it's good to be independent, but that's also very like me, like I'm gonna do this on my own. Interdependence is where you can work together. Another thing is just be real. Just be real. People are gonna relate to you. Be real with your personal experiences. Like you've learned, you've gone through shit, and then other people can really learn from that and like, you know, appreciate that. Make people feel comfortable, make people feel safe. And then kind of an overview, get out of your comfort zone, work out your mind. Oh, one of my favorite quotes ever, like ever, is service is the rent we pay for living on this planet. To me, that's such a duh. I'm just let y'all think about that one. See people in terms of unseen potential. I see the potential in you. I'm not gonna label you. Yeah, so that's a basic little overview. Moving on to the next book. What's up, guys? So I'm gonna head out because I got a commitment I gotta keep with the person who's going to engineer and fill in my weakness. And I'm gonna go learn from him. I hope you got a takeaway from something of this book. I hope something helped you. If you have, please leave your comments, please leave your thoughts. I will review my other 2 books in a different video, and I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, so don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked anything about it at all. Comment, let me know what other books you guys suggest. Love you guys, thank you for watching. As always, ciao.